Hey guys, what is going on? Today we're going to be playing Moon, as you read in the title, but in this, we are going to be playing without the spacesuit. One thing about this challenge is, unfortunately, Moon as a whole, if I don't have power on, there's going to be no air. So, for the start of the challenge, for the sake of the challenge, until I have power on, I have to have the spacesuit because I can't progress through the without the spacesuit. But, nonetheless, I don't think there's any more iffies about it. We'll just get right into it. We are spawned in. Yeah, Rich Hoffman, this is definitely it. One thing interesting about this map as a whole is that the whole thing of Moon, it really, I mean, nothing else sets up the picture for the map. It's literally on the moon. Everything about this map is different. Everything, literally. I mean, you have this spawn room. I mean, you can sit here and run and train, and the zombies will act like they are around 50. I mean, they don't super sprint yet, but they definitely are gonna charge you just like they're doing right now. Also, this map has many different things about it that aren't the same from other maps. I mean, for example, we have soon to be the cosmonaut that's gonna spawn in here. He's going to grab us, pull us, and he'll even take away our perks. No other map in Call of Duty has something like that. I mean, I don't think we have any other like AI enemies that are like that. I mean, there's maybe some that I can't think of, but definitely they were really creative. That'd be the best word, creative, when they were making maps back in Black Ops 1. Now it's kind of you know, copy and paste a little bit of everything, but ooh, shopping free. But I mean, it's still fun, but nothing really beats the maps from Black Ops 1 to, you know, 2. They definitely had their ups and downs. Let's just say, you know, with Transit and Die Rise, but then we had our highs like Mob of the Dead, Origins, Moon, Kino, you know, all the good maps. But I mean, I have the power on already, so I mean, I guess as soon as I'm gonna use the shopping free to the potential, and then I will grab the hacker. All right, let's just get ourselves a weapon because hey, I mean, I'll probably need it. That's one thing that's definitely like different. This game has an actual use for the mystery box, and for Cold War, it just is kind of oh yeah, the locust. You know, actually, I think the mystery box doesn't have a use at this point. Cold War, hitting the mystery box is kind of like iffy. Like, there's really kind of no point of hitting the box on the lower rounds because the best you're gonna get is probably a blue. You're probably not gonna get much better, which is really sad because the weapon you just got isn't gonna be of much use in say 10 rounds, which kind of pulls away from actually using the mystery box. I would not use, you know, gobblegums, but I don't want it to just die instantly. I'm not saying I can't do it, but it'll definitely make it more interesting if I have, say, the wonder weapons or the Gersh devices. But yeah, going back to this being a completely different map, I mean, really, we have this big, giant, luminous biodome. This place is really honestly beautiful. This area has so much green, like mysterious looking trees, the interesting looking hexagons above us, all of it. And we have the little space pads which we can launch ourselves in the air. I mean, and you could even see Earth from out here. I mean, really, the biodome is really just such a cool area. I mean, in the first Black Ops, it was kind of this gray, bland looking area, and it was honestly kind of ugly. You could see Earth. That was probably like the best looking thing about it, but definitely the update that they got with Chronicles in this map, I think this is one of the maps that got the better end of the stick. Origins got a really good graphical overlay, even though the mud is kind of like, it's kind of garbage on the map. I'm not gonna lie, it's way worse than the original Origins, which I don't know why they made it even worse. And I feel like the Panzers are a little easier too. Like they don't. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not right. it doesn't feel like, oh, round 8 Panthers, you know, like we gotta go. Come on, like let's try to make a staff really quick. It's more like, oh yeah, I can just you know, get myself a weapon really quick with immolation, or I can get a pack-a-punch weapon with walleye. Something about that map, you are going to have to get Jug. It is so insanely difficult compared to the other maps. I mean, Buried was pretty easy. I mean, you had the Paralyzer, you had the quick revive glitches that you could constantly just get them throughout the maze. Then you had Mob of the Dead with that Afterlife and the easy training areas like the bridge. Die Rise, I mean, it was just bad. I mean, okay, that one was just bad. But you had the Liquefier, which was really powerful. Moon is one of probably the most ominous maps as well. That sounds pretty weird, but imagine being stranded on the moon. Zombies surrounding you, and you have to fight your way. Probably try back to Earth. I mean, with the original crew, I mean, they didn't really know what was going on besides Richtofen, and I couldn't even imagine seeing their faces when, you know, the whole Earth blew up. I mean, like, at that point, nothing's really gonna change, right? Because once the Earth blows up, where are you gonna go? I mean, the zombies keep coming. It kind of brings like a darker picture to zombies, which is really nice because, I mean, we had like, obviously, like the maps from Black Ops 1, which were like, I don't know, they weren't scary, but they were definitely something else than what Moon brought, which is a really good thing. Moon is really, honestly, a really good map. There are some flaws to it, though, which are kind of unfortunate. Like, there are added features like the Cosmonaut, but the Cosmonaut can be one of the most annoying enemies in zombies. He is really quiet. He's slow, but he's quiet, which makes him a really big threat. It doesn't seem like it because, I mean, he's slow, right? But when he comes, and he's gonna get you. I forgot the hacker, I forgot the hacker. Yeah, oh. I gotta get there. Oh, Speed Cola in this game feels so good. That's one thing I don't like about Cold War. I know I constantly, like, you know, I constantly just compare over and over, which it's not to make Cold War seem bad, but I mean, look how fast that is. I mean, Speed Cola truly, like, it really is just really good in these older games. One thing that is definitely bad about this map is the size. I mean, literally not having stamina up on this map, and there's no alternative modes of transportation, so it's always constantly running and walking, which, I mean, I don't know what they were thinking with that, to be honest with you. It's just, I don't know. With a big map, I feel like you should have a mode of transportation, even if it's not amazing per se, like say Drak. Even then, Drak isn't even like a huge, gigantic map, you know? It's a map of size, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's teleporters, there's jump pads, which make it really easy to, like, progress through and actually, like, move through fluidly. One thing, yeah, the thing about Moon is just, it feels like it's always a constant task to run across the map. Getting perks and having to, like, go to, not Jug, but, Pack-a-Punch is just, you really have to go through a mission just to do so. I mean, even, like I said, Jug, you have to go through a mission to get one of the most needed perks of the map, which is really weird. I don't know why. It is a benefit, I'm not gonna lie, with being in spawn. Like, spawning in at first. You can get Jug at first, which is honestly really, really different, which is a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing for when you're playing through those later rounds, which is really kind of like, I don't know, maybe there could have been 2 locations. I don't think it would have been that much of a hassle. The teleporting Nova Crawlers on this game are just something, I do not like them at all. Like, Nova Crawlers were a thing with Kino and 5, which, I mean, they were definitely different. Let's not be, you know, let's not be fake here. But the fact that they start to teleport and they just get in the way, they blind you, they stop you from running because they'll get under your feet and they're like, haha, we're gonna trip you, haha, loser. They're cool, but they're just, ooh, they're definitely too much at the same time, you know? It's a bittersweet kind of boss. But it is definitely something unique. Even though it is a remaster of a weapon, it doesn't feel like it, if that makes sense, because it shoots in a different type of fire mode. Its design is completely different. Even, like, look, the sound of its reload makes it feel like a different weapon as well. It's really different of a weapon, and to be honest, a lot more people like this gun than the actual ray gun, which, I mean, that does say a lot about it, because, I mean, people love their ray gun. I mean, everyone knows it. It's iconic. You know, everyone's like, oh, hey, like, revive me, I got the ray gun, you know? Everyone, like, says that, but a lot more people like the ray gun Mark II, which is so crazy to think. A remaster, technically a remaster of a weapon, changed, made it better. It's like Shrek 1 and Shrek 2. Shrek 1's good, but Shrek 2's better, you know? Like, everyone likes Shrek. Everyone knows Shrek, but Shrek 2 is better. Well, one bad thing about the ray gun Mark II, though, is I just pack-a-punched it and look at its ammo count. I mean, there's obviously some in the clip, but, like, I don't even know how much exactly goes into it. I really don't, and it doesn't seem like a lot, though, because I got it not even, like, 30 seconds ago, and I'm literally already at the point where I need more ammo. Great wonder weapons are really, honestly, hard to obtain. The Apothecant Servant, I mean, that weapon is, even though it has a flawed system about it of not having a lot of ammo, which is obviously to balance it, but that weapon is just an infinite damage weapon, which will always just be great and remembered. I mean, it is a squid. I mean, look at it. You literally stick your hand in it, make it moan, and then, you know, you're shooting out black holes. I mean, if that doesn't say good, I don't know what does. Another great set of wonder weapons is the staves and bows from Origins and Horizon Track. I mean, those are probably the most iconic wonder weapons. They look great, they play great, their abilities are so much different and unique than any other weapons that we had, and they feel like they fit a map, if that makes sense. I mean, the bows of Horizon Track, I mean, you have an ancient map, a castle per se, when everything was medieval times with swords and obviously bows. And these bows have been obviously altered in some way or fashion to the point where they literally shoot storms of lightning or summon demon skulls that eat at your enemy's, you know, flesh. Origins, on the other hand, I mean, you have elementals weapons. I mean, you have them on Horizon Track, but you have fire, wind, ice, and lightning, which are, you know, the core elements of the earth. And they just play so great. I mean, who doesn't like the fire staff? I mean, that weapon just tears and flares everything up in the, like, the whole area. You can get yourself out of anything. The wind staff, even though it's not the best, it's probably the worst of them, it still is really cool, and it kind of copies off of Thunder Gun, but in a different way. So where you make tornadoes, which is just so cool. I mean, throwing your enemies in the air in a tornado is just, it makes you feel like such a baller, to be honest. It really does. How could I even forget the ice staff? It literally plays so oh my god! Oh my god! Oh man, I didn't even notice that! Oh, that scared me. I couldn't even feel it. But the ice staff, the ice staff just plays. Oh man. Here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Oh man. This challenge is kind of setting in the tone, man. The ice staff, though, I mean, you literally freeze enemies into the point where they're just little itty bitty bits of ice that just do what they do. You know, they break apart. They shatter. Like, it feels truly like a wonder weapon. I mean, it is just something so different that we've ever had before in zombies. The Winter's Howl. The Winter's Howl. I mean, we've had a weapon like the Winter's Howl, like an ice weapon, but it didn't really feel like good, you know, because I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, it got to like round 20 maybe if you just use that alone. But the ice staff really truly sets the tone for an ice weapon. It does what it says it's supposed to do, which is super cool, to be honest, because, I mean, who wouldn't want to make, you know, this zombie right here into a giant ice cube? One thing that you kind of forget after playing Cold War for a while with these, like, older games is the perk slot, like, system. I don't know why. For the longest time, we've had, like, a perk system where it only limits you to 4, which Makes no sense. Like, they literally 9 perks, and you can only have 4 of them. And obviously, you know, your 4 perks are already going to be predestined because we all know which ones are the best. Jug, speed, not meal. Oh my god, not double tap. Oh my god. Double tap and quick revive. They are really, really, really good perks, and it's not saying like, say, stamina up is bad or meal kick's bad, even though meal kick kind of is, because if you down, you just lose your perk. But you know, like, they increase health, increase damage, increase reload speed, increase revival speed. Why wouldn't you want those things in a game? I mean, you can cut quick revive in a game of, like, say, like Friends. Like, if you're really good and you don't really need it because it doesn't have much use in the older games besides, like, that and reviving yourself in solo. But it doesn't really relieve you of much of that stress of the 4 slots, because even if you don't get quick revive, you got a couple choices that, I mean, you wish you could have more of them, but you really can't, which is really weird how long it took Treyarch to really give you those perk slots. I even think Infinity Ward, they did more perk slots per regular, like, game than Treyarch did for 4 other games, which is like, why? Oh man, honestly, I didn't even say a round prediction. It's round 13, but I think genuinely we can get to, like, can't even get that. Oh my god. I think for round predictions, it being just turned 14, I think we can maybe get to 2025. I think that's a good-ish area to assume that we're gonna get to, because I mean, with these challenges, I mean, something always happens in them. Like, I might go down right now because this area is bleak and I have nothing. Oh, I had nothing. No air, nothing. I'm probably gonna suffocate in one of those areas. I'm calling it right now. Another thing that I haven't really talked about is the excavator sites in this game, because not game, but Moon. It definitely it really can throw your game off, because I can train in this biodome for, say, 20 minutes, but I have to leave soon because, you know, I don't really have a choice. Say if I'm having the hacker, I'm gonna suffocate and I'm gonna have to move around, which kind of changed that. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god! That was terrible. I ran out of quick revive and Widow's Wine. That's so bad. I mean, round 20, I thought it was gonna happen, but I guess not. Oh my god, that's so bad. I'm kind of disappointed with myself. I thought I could have gone longer, but I mean, obviously, stuff was happening there, so I mean, it's probably gonna happen more or later. I was gonna get surrounded like that, but if you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.